Welcome back to the Purple Rain podcast, and week on from PWHL Hamilton poaching the Boston Fleet's head coach Kris Sparre and Coach of the Year nominee the Fleet have announced his successor in very quick succession, sir. Very quick succession. I thought this might take a bit more longer to do, but I hope. Yeah, so the Fleet have hired their third head coach in franchise history. Can you believe that Boston has now had 3 head coaches and we haven't even, got to year 5 yet for this league? And alright, crazy, just absolutely mind-blowing. And what's worse, go on, it's another man. I know, it's another man. Yeah. Do you know what? I think we're going to need to do a follow-up to what we did last year. Oh, I'm down for that. Yeah? Oh, I'm definitely down for that, because that's half the league now. Is it really? Yeah. Boston, us, New York, and then Thursday, Hamilton, and Boston, Minnesota, New York. Yeah. TO's not confirmed yet. Oh! TO's not confirmed yet. Right now it's... Oh, Detroit! No, there you go! That's the right. There you go, yeah. So it's so Boston, us, New York, and then 3 of the 4 the expansion teams. Okay. It could be 7, but TO... Can you just hurry up and confirm that, please, TO? Because we've seen the rumours. It's out there in the rumour mill. Can you please just confirm that? Yeah. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, and lady, I'm with you. How many more men do we need coaching, for God's sake? You're basically like what Claudia Wincombe was during season 2 of The Traitors when they were doing recruitment, and she was like, oh, no man. It's like the Dark Ages. Yeah. That's kind of energy you're giving me right now, and I totally understand it, because I personally would rather have more women coaching in league than men. Can somebody please just go and hire Jessica Campbell? Alright, just give her whatever money she wants, offer whatever term she was, let her sign the contract and come and join the PHL as a head coach, please, for God's sake. Yeah, we'll do a follow-up to what we did last year. We'll do that another time. We'll do that another time. Maybe we'll wait until all the coaching positions have been filled, and then we can come back and do that. Yeah. But we'll stay to Boston today. So Boston have hired... Oh my god, I can't pronounce his name. Oh, that makes it worse. Here we go. So Boston Fleet named Francois Methot, Methot, as their new coach. It's definitely French. This is definitely French. I can spot a French accent where I can see it. This is definitely French. The Boston Fleet have named Francois Methot as the team's head coach ahead of the 2026-27 Professional Women's Hockey League season. Methot brings more than 11 years of coaching and player development experience to the Fleet, with a proven track record of advancing athletes on ice performances and building successful programs. He most recently served 3 seasons as general manager and head coach. Oh! I wonder if he's got any tips for Troy Ryan and stuff like that. Yeah! Get on the phone, Troy! Quick! Go! Get on the phone with him! So as general manager and head coach of the Rochester Junior Americans of the North American Hockey League. That's the NAHL. Leading the expansion franchise to a 110-51 17 record and a division championship in its second season. Alongside his time behind the bench, he trained and developed college and professional players in the NCAA, PWHL. Oh! So he has got experience then. I know. Seems like it's back. I know you're about to go there. Yeah. PWHL, NHL, and beyond, including Fleet defender Hayley Wynn. Oh! Francois stood out throughout the process because of his clear vision for our team and commitment to player development, along with his ability to communicate and build strong relationships, said Boston's GM Danielle Mama. He has a proven track record of developing elite players on both the men's and women's sides of the game, including NHL and PHL athletes. His perspective is shaped by a 17-year professional playing career and extensive experience developing players at every level. Francois' approach aligns closely with the culture, standards and pursuit of excellence that define the Boston Fleet. We're excited to welcome him to Boston as we continue building on the strong foundation already in place and pursue our goal of bringing home a World Cup. While serving as the hockey director for the Rochester Junior Americans youth hockey program, Meffel oversaw 65 teams establishing the organization's development philosophy and launched a girls hockey program that has since grown to 8 teams. The Montreal native also founded the Rochester Ice Center Hockey Academy in 2017, where he has worked extensively with elite junior, college and professional players and has served as a skills coach at the NHL's Nashville Predators development camp. Let's hear what Boy has to say for himself. I am thrilled to join the Boston Fleet as head coach. This organisation has tremendous momentum following an outstanding season, and I'm excited to build upon the strong culture and foundation already in place. I look forward to working alongside this talented group of players and staff as we pursue a championship and continue the proud tradition of excellence that defines Boston sports. Before beginning his coaching career, he enjoyed a 17-year professional playing career, including 11 seasons in Germany's Deutsche Eishockey Liga, that's the DEL, and he spent 6 seasons in the American Hockey League after being selected 54th overall by the Buffalo Sabres in the 1996 NHL draft. Okay, so there we go. Right, I really wish him the best of luck going into next season, because what Kris Sparre did this season has really put a target on Boston's backs. I mean, nobody expected the Fleet to have the season they had this year. I looked at Boston's draft picks in 2025. I looked at the thing, right, if Boston can keep hold of them, they could be the foundations for a successful championship team in the future. And yet, Hayward and Avenue just came in straight away, just lit the league on fire. They did, yeah. So, with Kris Sparre going, with Kris Sparre being poached by Hamilton, there's a lot of pressure, because Boston easily could now go backwards. They don't really want that to happen. Because we know, having faced off against them in the inaugural World Cup Bars back in 2024, we know this team's capable of getting a championship. especially with Aaron from behind that net. You've got to make sure all the other pieces slot into place. So, I really wish him the best of luck when we get to the start of the 2026-2027 season, because he's going to have a lot of pressure, because there's going to be a lot of high expectations for Boston going into next season. Yeah, but I think the fact that he has got experience in developing players but on both sides, I think that really helps me, because obviously there's nothing in his resume that says that he's previously coached women's hockey before. But, and here's the difference between likes of him and the others that we moaned about last year. Here we go. The difference is, he actually has, while he may not have had experience coaching women's hockey before, he has got experience in finding that raw talent and developing talent, which is going to be a really huge help in this league. Particularly as one of those talents was a certain Hayley Wynn, who, has just been protected by Boston in the expansion process. So there you go. That's a huge help. Yep. So I'm. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. It's interesting because on the one side he hasn't got previous coaching experience when it comes to the women's side, he does have experience in developing players. So I'm like, well, okay. I mean, if we learn anything from Kris Sparre this past season, let's at least give them a go. See what happens. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you, George, about how there's going to be a huge target on Boston's back next year, and I don't think you can put the blame on him if it goes wrong, because he's not the one who jumped the ship. Yep. Bad news. Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is, if Boston has a bad season next year, blame it on Kris. Well, he walked. Yeah, he walked! He jumped ship! He jumped the ship. Also, he can be closer to his family. Yeah, right, like he cares about family. He didn't take paternity leave! He didn't take paternity leave! In fact, he very nearly missed the birth of his child because he was in Minnesota! Whooping our backsides! With his rookie netminder. So, I know some of you been saying to me, well, it makes sense to him because it's close to home. Yeah, well, sod that. Because if he really cares about being close to home, then he would have insisted, when it got close to his baby being due, he then would have insisted on taking paternity leave and would then come back in time a couple hours, which would be what any sensible parent would have done. But he didn't. Yeah. So, you can take your family argument and shove it up your ass! Shove it up your ass. This is a cruel game. If you're not 110% committed, then that's your problem. And I really hope, like you don't, I really hope Boston has a good start next year, because if they don't, everyone's going to start trying to work out who do we blame. And you can't blame on Francois, because he's only just come in. And he's not the one who jumped the shit. Kris Sparre did. It's just, it just baffles me that we're even having this conversation, because, you know, he technically still could have got a coaching job, but maybe with either Vancouver or Seattle, who just, of course, recently had created vacancies. Yeah, I actually think he is somebody who I think would have got a coaching job regardless. But it's not with the team I thought. Well, where would you slot it then? Would you then? Because obviously we've got T.O. who still need a coaching to make a coaching switch. You know, there are rumours about that, but like I said plenty of times, we're not here to talk gossip now. So T.O.'s got a coaching vacancy, Vancouver's got a coaching vacancy, and Seattle's got a coaching vacancy at the time of recording this podcast on June the 5th. Las Vegas also hasn't hired their coach yet, but there were last week when Hamilton and Vegas were making their when Hamilton Detroit were making their announcements, there was then something put in the rumor mill about Vegas, but then waiting until after the Call Cup plus the AHL. So I think that might have some legs, but like I say, it's gossip, and we're not going to do that. So of those three I mentioned, Seattle, Vancouver, who would you put first? One, but wasn't Boston. Maybe given to Vancouver, maybe. Because the Golden Eyes clearly need somebody who's going to be reliable and someone who knows what they're doing. Especially given the amount of talent that's going to come their way in a few weeks' time. So, yeah. So it's a bit of a strange hiring because, in a way, you look at his resume and you kind of think, yeah, this should be a guy who should be entering the league, no problem. But it's not with the team we expect him to be. And I just really hope that Boston Bruins, they really take to him. Because, he's got a hard job to do next year, trying to build on the momentum that they got this season. Yeah. Because I think the expectation going into the season was that Boston probably would maybe be mid-table, so that 5th or 6th place team, but would get nowhere close to the playoff line. And yet, well, they turned that wrong completely. And if they just 1 or 2 different results went their way, then the Fleet could have easily been league champions. And then who knows? Of course, the history might have changed. We might not have then got an All-Canadian Finals. We might not have got Montreal winning the Cup. Who knows? Who knows? Would we still face Montreal in the semi-finals? Who knows? Because we were fairly confident Montreal was going to take us. We weren't confident Boston was going to do it. So there you go. The whole history could have changed. So who knows? Who knows how that could have gone down? Yeah. I personally feel this is a really good hiring, and the fact that because I know obviously we've already called an episode on this, by the way, guys. I know I've made my things very, very clear on the dual situation Zaze, especially because it's in Zaze. But the fact that we've now got somebody coming into the league who's actually been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, he actually could give PWHL Zaze fans a massive sigh of relief because he knows how it's done. And plus, the World Championship, in their second season, it said in the article that he coached the Rochester Junior Americans to a division title in their second season. He did. The 110 wins was there. So, I mean, I think for a lot of us, because we haven't really been used to a GM coach dual role, it's definitely something I've not seen in my 17 years with the NHL and North America as a whole. But I am willing to give the benefit of the doubt for at least this upcoming season. In the future, we'll see how I feel about it. But so the fact that he's been there and done the exact same thing that Troy Ryan's about to do, that could maybe give people like me who are very skeptical about it happening as RSA, that might give us the sigh of relief we need to know that, okay, it is doable, but just, I mean, obviously, we still don't know what Stars is what's going to look like yet, but it just feels like, I still am not really confident about it, especially some of the comments he made in his press conference where he said, we might hire someone else. I'm like, well, why did you not just transfer the team in the first place? Like Julius Johnson does, why did you not just go to GM regardless? Anyway, no. So I'm kind of quite pleased with Boston. I think this is a really good hiring, and I really do wish him well. Because it's not going to be easy. It's never easy when a new coach has to take over. Full stop. I mean, we saw that last year, obviously, with Kris Sparre having to take over from Courtney Castle. And us we were thinking, well, good luck there, mate. You're going to need it. Because Courtney did very, very well with that team in the first 2 seasons. It's not easy, full stop. But when it's a team that literally defied expectations this past season, the pressure's going to be so on you going into the start of next season, because can you at least try to keep the team on course? And he can take comfort knowing that Megan Keller's still there, Henny Wynn's still there, and Francois is still there. So those 3 key cornerstones that you're going to need to try and build a championship roster are still there. Obviously, we'll wait to see what happens with the rest expansion, and obviously the entry draft in a few weeks' time. Well, more like days now, actually. Days now, really. It's less than 2 weeks now, isn't it? Off season's nearly here, guys. We're not ready. Not ready. But so I think this is a really good hire for Boston, and I'm very keen to see how it's going to get on. We just need Jocks and Jills to talk about it, and then they can help me with the name pronunciations, like it is with Peter John and Troy's general manager. You're still not comfortable. No, I'm still not sure I got her name pronounced right either. It's just, I'm so bad pronouncing names, guys. I really am. I do try. I do try. Okay, I really do try to learn, but I really am bad pronouncing names. At least I can openly admit it. Other people just won't do that, by the way. Yeah, but I'm so pleased. It's a really good hiring, and I think, you know, if you give him a chance, he could really, you know, take Boston, you know, far. Yeah, because we know that Boston has come so close so many times now to try and get that World Cup. Obviously, you know, they were the team that we defeated in the inaugural playoffs back in 2024. They missed out last year's playoffs on a tiebreaker. And then obviously this year, complete turnaround, tied with the Big 12 on points, tied on points. Second in the league standings. And ultimately, you know, Montreal picked their poison well, and obviously Boston fell. I mean, I can't stop praising that move. I mean, I think if Boston had any other team in that semi-final, then I think they would have easily gone through to the finals again. Not saying they would have won the cup, but I'm saying you would have had a very good chance of then getting into the finals. But Ottawa was their critics night season. They only won one of the four regular season meetings. They only won one of those. Yeah. I think that was the game when Megan Keller went to SNL. Was it? I think it was. Might double check that. No. But I'm intrigued because I just I've not seen women's hockey coaching in his resume. But then the fact he's the better player, it's like, well, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Are you on the fence? Are you Switzerland? I might be. I don't want to judge right now because who knows? We get to November, December. He could basically do what Kris Sparre did. Yeah, and then we'll be like, here we go again. Here we go again. We'll go to the holiday break and be like, here we go again, kids. So I just, I need more time to process this. Yep. Well, you know we've got that. It's a long summer, lady. You know we've got that. Yeah. I think when we get closer to the regular season, I think then that's when I'll be able to make a proper judgment of him. Right, from what you did with Kris Sparre. Because it's when we got close to the season when Jock still started doing those episodes with his being the characters, that you two, kind of felt of the three hires that made of the summer, you kind of felt Kris Sparre was the better one. Well, he gave us the most confidence compared to Steve O'Rourke, because Steve O'Rourke at me was just like, you're not really feeling the confidence here, mate, and you're the one who's got the most to deal with the flack if it goes wrong, because this is an expansion you'll deal with here, not a current team. Yeah. So I'm just really excited for this. I think it's going to be an exciting time for Boston. I mean, it's always going to be hard to try and find somebody to take over from Kris Sparre, who obviously turned the team around, and I do worry for Francois. He's going to, because obviously he's got a lot on his plate next year. Because everyone's going to be expecting high stakes from Boston. Yeah. So, Fleet fans, maybe for the first 4 to 6 weeks, maybe just manage expectations. Give Francois time to get his feet under the carpet. Maybe don't. So give him a chance, and then maybe wait till you get into the new year, so 2027. Maybe wait till then before you start thinking, is he really doing well or not? Because it's gonna be hard for him to come in and try and manage this team who literally defied all odds last year. Defied all odds. It's going to be so hard for him to come in and try to, build on what Boston did last season. But I think he's going to give it a good go. I think he will give it a very good go. And who knows? Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the guy that can deliver Boston the cup. Who knows? Courtney Castle got close. She got close. Maybe Kris Sparre, well, if we thought was going to do it, maybe it'll be Francois. Who knows? He could be the guy. So I really do wish him the best, because he's got the biggest target going into next season, because obviously Boston everyone's going to expect Boston to make playoffs again next year. Yeah. Whenever you're a team that's done really, really well one year, you're always then predicted. Like in the NHL, for example, like, let's use Buffalo, seeing how he's Buffalo next, the Buffalo organizations. Take Buffalo, for example, in the NHL last year. Nobody, including me, nobody expected Buffalo to break their drought this year. Never mind be division champions. Even Group was done by it. And his division this year has been a complete and utter nightmare to be involved with because basically there were 5 teams compared to. Yeah. Well, at one point Detroit was, in pole position, and we all thought, oh, they're finally going to break their drought. But apparently, no, that's not the case. Oh, it's going carnage in Detroit, Michigan, isn't it? Dylan Larkin wants to leave? Well, are you surprised by that? No. I kind of think he's one of those many players in the NHL who should be given a decent chance at the Cup run, but he's not going to give it to Detroit. So, while it's happy times for the ladies in Michigan, in the men, not so much! But that's what you're making. Yeah, but to say Buffalo, for example, no one thought the Sabres were going to do what they did last year. And so going to next... They started this year! But it can't have been last year, that wasn't it? This past season, no one expected Buffalo this past season to do what they did. So going into next season, I remember there's going to be 2 more games on Canada next year, guys, for the NHL. Going into next season, everyone's going to expect Buffalo to make playoffs. Again. And I'm not too sure. About that. I'm not too sure. Because I do expect the Panthers to be healthy again next season. Injuries just took their toll on Stanley. It really did. I expect the Panthers will be healthy again next season. So you may not be. Yeah, I can easily see the Panthers to take the same spot. And whether or not they go on another cup run, who knows? Because the Panthers window, it kind of still feels open. It's just the injuries they had this year just knocked them back too massively. So Boston is the PHR. A lot of people go look at them and think you should really be making playoffs again next year, but you just don't know. You just can't tell what's going to happen. So I'm really happy for him. I'm really pleased that he's been hired. It's an interesting hiring because like Peter said, really he could have already been someone considered for the PHR regardless. It's just with Boston having done what happened to them, it's just made the opening up a bit more. Are we still up for Hamilton being Boston's home opener? Oh, you sick individual. I'm just saying! Because we know they can't be Hamiltons, because that's got to be Tio. Well, who's going to be Sector's home opener then? Well, they can maybe do for Sectors as well, but I'm just saying for Hamiltons it needs to be Tio. But, I wouldn't be surprised if they do all Tio's home opener. Well, we can add that in the middle of the summer, can't we? Yeah. Any final thoughts you got before I wrap this up? Okay. I think it's an interesting hire. I just need some more time before I can make a final call, whether or not. It's an interesting hiring, and we'll see what makes them get close to the season. Okay. It's a really good hire to PHL. A really good to have somebody who's not only developed players, but also who knows what it takes to do a dual role. That could be really good helpful. I expect if I was Troy Ryan, I would be immediately getting his WhatsApp number. I think that's a brilliant way to end it right there. Right there. That is a brilliant way to end it right there. I'll just repeat what I've been saying already. I really do wish Francois all the very best because he's going to have a very tough job to keep the momentum going in Boston, given how they've had a great season this year. Okay, so that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, take care, guys.